Hi guys! Nandito po tayo ngayon sa National Museum of Archaeology. Yun nga lang, sa ngayon ay sarado siya. Kaya samahan nyo na lang po ako. Explore ko po kayo sa mga tunnel dito po sa Valletta na ginawa nilang taguan noong panahon ng gera noong 1941 dito sa Malta. Medyo madilim at medyo masikip lang nga po. Pero itry ko pong ipasal kayo para ma-enjoy nyo rin po kung ano rin po yung mga nakikita ko doon. So ano pang iniintay nyo? Samahan nyo po ako, explore po tayo.
Tara, explore tayo!
So ano brother, explore pa ba tayo? Explore na!
Explore tayo!
Hi guys! Welcome to my channel. Samahan nyo po ako, explore po tayo. Samahan nyo po ako, explore po tayo.
You can leave the torches off.
Nandito tayo sa National Museum of Archaeology of
I will read you
Malta.
some safety
So pupunta tayo
instructions.
sa underground. I-ready natin sarili natin. Samahan niyo po ako, mag-explore po tayo.
Emergency follow to my instructions and my colleagues. Obviously, for obvious reasons, no food, drinks or smoking inside the site. And if any of these rules are not abided, the tour can stop at any time. So it's important you keep the rules. So you can start going outside.
Nie można jeść ani pić, tak? I palić.
Nasundan natin sila. Yung mga kasama ko, mga nasa harapan.
We're going down from here, and that's from another entrance. We'll be going in Merchant Street, turn to St. Lucy Street, and then exit in front of the law. The Great Siege in Malta, you know about it? First of all, the knights came to Malta, build much more fortifications, because they always thought that the Ottomans might come back and fight back for the by the time when they
Ingatan natin, wag na mauntog. Alam niyo po ba na yung...
So this is a typical cistern. It's a bell-shaped cistern. After the Great Siege, the English renovated everything. They put everything with cement, so no more water could come in, because they used them as shelters. You can imagine, even from here, the air isn't that good, so they had to live 4 months over here. You see a tunnel and rooms on both sides. Those were the shelters. They were dug out by the English and Maltese, obviously. Each room has its number, and the streets are parallel to the ones above them. So if we're walking in Merchant Street, Above us, it's Merchant Street. And always go to the rails because the floor becomes heavier as you go down. So these words on the wall over here are explaining the things I explained upstairs. On this board over here, you can see some photos of how they used to live inside the shelters we will be seeing down as we go down. The second photo is a typical one for every room. As I said, there are some rooms which have some old radios there were at that time. So, this is one of the entrances of the hall. When you see entrances like this, it could be that it was a well, and then
Medyo masikip yung ating mga pinapasukan. Alam niyo po ba na ang dang ito ay ginamit noong panahon ng giyera dito sa Malta noong 1941. Opo. Ito po ay nagdudugsong na daan magmula po sa Valletta Center hanggang sa Rabat. Opo. Ginawa itong daan na to, itong tunnel na ito dahil noong panahon ng giyera ay marami pong bomba ang pinapasabog. Kaya ginawa nila ito para maging taguan noong panahon ng giyera. Napakaliit po, napakababa. Sundan lang po natin muna sila.
there was water and electricity. But during the bombings, the electricity could be shut off. So they had to use candles. They also used fuel candles, but fuel at that time was very precious. Religious statues, Maltese are very Christian, so they used to break the silence of fear by praying, hoping that the war passes without more killings. As you can see here, there are numbers. There is numbers on the walls. We could recognize which room was this. Over here we have evidence that there were some kind of doors. There is the hinges on the sides, and also when you look inside, you'll find some metal rods. They could use them for bunk beds. They are more decorated, so as you go along, you'll see them inside. This metal sheet, there are some rooms which has this metal sheets. They use them so they could protect themselves from water dripping on them. They also have small doors. Even here you can see sculpted structures for the religious burial. So on the walls you can see also the names of the street, Merchant Street. Continue going to that side. And on this side, from that side to this side, St. Lucy Street. Over here you can see these white stuff on the wall. It was used to hold the cables of electricity. There is also the sink, which was evidence that there was water. St. Lucy Street.
lagyan rin nila ng street o palatandaan yung lugar ng tunnel na ito upang madali po nilang masundan ang mga guide kung saan sila papunta at patungo.
Over here, you can see a small statue that was made during the war. This is one of the detailed statues you can find in here. As you can see over here, there is also many holes. This black on the top is from the candles. Go inside, you can go inside, take photos and have a look. I can open it, no problem.
Płytki były, tak.
No i w czasie bombardowań bardzo licznie się. A pierwotnie to służyło właśnie mieszkańcom Valletty przed najazdami Turków. Są późniejsze.
So, dito tayo ngayon. Pinasok natin isang dating kwarto o taguan ng mga tao noong panahon ng giyera dito sa MALTA.
They used to stay in the corridor. That's why these canals were done, so they could at least not get wet from the water. You want to go inside the room? You can go inside the room. The one with the most effect. And always careful for your head, that the ceilings are low.
So, kung mapapansin nyo, kaliwat kanan, meron pong mga butas. Yan po kasi yung ginawang kwarto ng bawat isa na napilitang magtago dito sa ilalim ng tunnel o kuweba ng Valletta noong panahon ng giyera.
Here you can see from here there is an opening to some house could be. In Valletta there are many departments of the government, churches and shops. So the entrances, they block the entrances. They block the entrances so no one could go inside. That's why there is that rocks over there. Here you can see another religious statue than the ones that we seen in the beginning.
Talaga, kahit noon pa maka-Diyos na talaga ang mga tao dito sa MALTA. Kung mapapansin nyo, kaliwat kanan, meron silang tinatawag na mga paalaala o santo na nakadikit sa pader dito.
No, it's close.
So, sa madaling salita, kahit na anong pananggera, ang pananalig at pananampalataya nila sa Diyos ay hindi nila
We'll go 4
binibitawan.
steps and go back down and we'll be in the first water reservoir.
Czyli ten akwadukt, który widzieliśmy, nie? Dobrze.
These roots are the roots of the trees in front of the Lord. We are in the first water reservoir, from this part. There is one over here, a middle one, and another one on that side. So there are 3 water reservoirs. So when we go around, you'll see the second one, and there is a third one on the other side. But first of all, these were built, as I said, for various reasons. The first one was to store grain. The second one, they needed tunnels so the knights could go from one part to another without being noticed. The third one for water, and the fourth reason, these were built as shelter. So, the rocks that were removed from here, the rocks that have been excavated from here to build these, they could be used to build the cathedral next to it. 16th century. These were built after the Over there you can see, and when the water rests, they just clean the middle reservoir from the dirt and the other things. Careful for the step, as she's a bit slippery. And also for the water. This is the second reservoir I told you about. An amazing fact about this one is the architecture on the walls. It was amazing for a water reservoir to have such an architecture. In the middle over here, where I'm pointing my torch, is the pit I told you about. Because these 3 cisterns were connected, the floor was all leads to this one. So if there is the rainwater which is dirty, it travels to the middle one. When the water rests, they clean the pit. So the other 2 cisterns will be with clean water. Even if there was something wrong, they just clean here. As you can see, there is the passageways as well. So, any questions? Or you would like to know something else before we go up? 4 stories. 4 stories, yes. Obviously not from here, but from down there, because here is a bit higher. So if you don't have any questions, thank you for listening to my knowledge. If you have
Amazing. Very clever idea.
Thank you very much. It's good to show how they used to live in the past and the conditions they lived. That's the most amazing thing.
It is a very important part of history of Valletta.
Exactly. And even of Malta. So we can continue going up slowly. Careful here, the steps are a bit slippier than the others. So try to be careful. When you look down from here, you can see better the pit I told you about. It's a round pit where the dirt stays so they can use it. Yes. It's always warm.
I've never seen Juventus doing the knife. I don't know.
Mala, we can start walking back to the Archaeology Museum so we get back your stuff.
Regie, you are grateful guy.